On to race number 4, first leg of the triple trio, the fourth. This is a Class 2, 1,800 metres here for race number 4. Prawn Bar by Sam Clipperton comes out of barrier 8, drops back into Class 2 company, is first up here. Ribbon now with Frankie Lloyd, was fourth in the Derby last season. Insatiable, smart winner at Happy Valley last start over the 1,800 metres. Glorious Forever, first up, the track record holder here at Sha Tin over the 2,000 metres. Sapler Babies first up. Alain Charisma, only 8th on his last start. A little bit disappointing behind Insatiable. Matthew Chag will ride from barrier 6. And Happy Baby has been up at Chung Fry as well, came back about a week ago. And he's another one taking a drop in class. Small field here, Brett. I'd say small, there's 10 runners.
Yeah, obviously a lot of chatter about Glorious Forever and Insatiable, potentially horses that can work their way maybe towards International Day. So this is a good building block for both of them. Glorious Forever obviously hasn't had a run yet. Insatiable's already a winner. Stimulation could pressure them. We know Packing Dragon can roll forward too. And in the past, Prawn Bar on the odd occasion has led.
Here is Insatiable. He's taken no harm out of that win. It was a good win at Happy Valley. He's just going to come now and do it at Sha Tin. But he has been placed at Sha Tin before, behind Glorious Forever. You can see him nicely there. Here is Glorious Forever. His trial was enormous recently. He looks good. He's come up short, though. He's 1.4. And he's going really nicely. So he looks very tough to beat, especially from barrier number 1. And I don't mind this bit of work from Alain Charisma. I know he's a Group 1 winner now into Class 2. He's been disappointing, but he worked well enough here. There's a bit of early money for him as well. So there's Alain Charisma. He's in a small field.
Yeah, you done with him?
This time I am, yeah. For this race anyway. Triple Trio jackpot 1.6, so we're looking at estimated dividends in the region of $3 million if you're having a go at the TT. If we have a look at some of the races, let's check in with John Size. Of course, he's got Prawn Bar and Insatiable in this race.
Insatiable, John, what did you think of his win at Happy Valley last time?
It was a very sound win. First up 1,800, I thought it was a very strong effort. I'm looking for him to improve. He's only on 97 at the moment, but it wouldn't surprise me if he went higher. He seems in very good health, and I think he's going extremely well.
Last time he raced at Sha Tin, he was beaten by Glorious Forever. They broke the track record that day. Is he the one to beat?
Well, you'd think so. I mean, anyone that runs a track record is going to be hard to beat. So from what I can understand, he looks like a pretty strong horse, and he'd be probably the favourite in the race.
And Prawn Bar, John, first up for the season, what are you expecting from him?
He's on a pretty high rating now for him, 105. He's won 3 races last season, and I think he's done his best. But he might find a race this season, he might not, so it just depends how his handicap goes and how he can be placed.
And a good night at the office Thursday night. Are you happy with the stable's form heading into the weekend?
Yeah, the horses are in good shape. We're starting to get a few runners now, and they're looking good. So I'm hopeful that we can win a couple of races.
Well, Insatiable going off the market would be the stable pick there. Let's have a look at his main rival here in Glorious Forever. Zach actually rode Insatiable at Happy Valley, but he goes with Glorious Forever on race day. Yep,
obviously a big boom about this horse. Time Warp came out and broke 2 minutes, the first horse in the history of Sha Tin racing to do so. And then his little brother came out not long after and broke that record. So he's obviously a very talented galloper, and he's moving pretty fluently there.
Yeah, really good trial here. And if he's going to be a serious contender in December, you want to go close in this race.
Yeah, I wonder whether, it's the cup or the bars they're going to be looking at. I suppose they've got the option for both.
All right, we'll leave that for the moment. Let's have a look at Prawn Bar here. First up, he's run well fresh in the past.
He has. He's run a placing before, and look, he's a horse that showed, as John just said there, he had 3 wins last season, and he's got talent. So I'm going to find a place for him on a place line.
I didn't put him in, but as I mentioned with the speed map, he is the type of horse that could roll forward too. He did roll forward at the Valley last season and lead all the way over 1,800 metres, so worth noting that in the speed map scenario.
All right, this is River now with Frankie Lloyd, so his first start for Frankie. Derek Lung rides, and he won last season, didn't quite make it as far as the Derby was concerned, but still had a good effort in 4th.
Yeah, he was a real stayer, isn't he, this horse? 1,800 metres might be a bit short for him. Nice trial here behind Simply Brilliant, who'll be running later on in the card. Tongue Tie goes on, interesting enough for him. for his first start with the new stable.
I probably think he underachieved a little bit on what they were hoping, but he's had a bit more time here, a bit more time to settle into Hong Kong life. He could potentially have a better season.
Yeah, I didn't mind that trial at all, but Glorious Forever, very short, Hipple.
He is. I've got him on top, though. He looks really good the way he's coming into this race. He's trialled well, and he looks like he's improved over the off-season. So he's in there to beat Insatiable, who's already won this season. Prawn Barber and Helene Charisma, a bit of the usual suspects in there for third and fourth. So I'm just going to go with the two sort of up-and-coming horses as the Quinella. I think that's the best way of going, because I think Glorious Forever will start quite short. 5, 4, 1, 10.
I do think he'll start short too, and I think he's hard to beat. But I think if he is vulnerable, it might be first up. He was beaten first up last prep, obviously a long way behind Pretty Bohemia, and then he also got nosed out by Consort final stages before he went on for those 2 sensational wins. And Insatiable's a really progressive horse himself, who's had the benefit of a run and can sit wherever he wants from gate 4. If Glorious Forever gets a bit of pressure early, that may give Insatiable a chance to turn him over. So I'm going to go with 4 to beat 5. Stimulation's a nice horse, and I did sneak in Helene Charisma just one more time. 4, 5, 6 and 10.
I left him out of the expense of, Ribbon or Stimulation, actually. I've got him for 4th spot there. But it's the first leg of the TT, 5 and 4. Look, almost locks, don't they? So a nice lead in for everybody.
Yeah, almost a free leg, Andrew.
There we go. All right, that's the first
No
leg of
such
the
thing as a
triple
free
trio.
leg.
Next for us, though, it's the first leg of the 6-up.